Hello, and welcome to the Study Abroad 101 advising video. The purpose of this video is to familiarize you with studying abroad at TCU. We'll start by walking through the basics of study abroad and how to get started. We'll then transition to the TCU Global website and show how to navigate it while also highlighting all of the resources available there. Let's begin with what I believe are some of the most important things you should know about studying abroad. Number one, anyone can study abroad. Even if you're thinking, well, I'm a nursing major or an engineering major or an education major, we have such a wide variety of programs in terms of length, term, and purpose of the program that we can typically find a program that will work for you if you do want to go abroad. And the reason for that is because we offer programs in over 50 countries. Some of these are short term, so maybe they run over spring break or during winter intersession, while others may run a full semester or for the entire academic year. The point is, we have a very broad portfolio so that students can find programs that fit their needs. In terms of courses, you have the ability to take courses towards your major, minor, TCU core, or general electives, which allows you to continue your degree progress while abroad. Courses taken as part of a TCU study abroad program are considered TCU residency credit. Sometimes these courses are taught by TCU faculty, like our summer faculty-led programs, and sometimes these courses are taught by professors at foreign institutions, like our TCU in semester programs, where you're enrolling directly into the foreign university. These courses are considered TCU credit, which means you receive a grade for them on your TCU transcript, and that grade is factored into your TCU GPA. For students attending programs where courses are taught at a foreign institution, they will need to submit their courses for approval through an online approval process. Next, studying abroad is affordable. We've worked very hard so that semester costs reflect what you would pay for a semester on campus, and TCU awards a lot of scholarships for students who study abroad, both within our office here at TCU Global and in the financial aid office, as well as departmental scholarships. And the final point before we move on, any existing semester financial aid that you currently receive can be applied to a semester abroad. So, looking at you, Chancellor Scholars, Community Scholars, GI Bill recipients, if you have TCU funding during this semester, you should be able to apply that aid to your TCU semester study abroad program. Okay, so you're thinking about study abroad, but you're unsure of the whole process. What are your steps? What do you need to do? Our strong recommendation is that step number one is meeting with your academic advisor. Your academic advisor might not know the most about studying abroad, but they are the experts of your individual degree plan and should be able to assist in planning ahead. There are some important questions you'll want to ask your academic advisor, and I've included a few on the screen. When should I study abroad? This is really key. Some majors are very flexible and can go abroad their sophomore year, their junior year, their senior year, while others, like nursing or education, for example, have a much smaller window to go abroad. But we do also offer summer programs, which can offer a really good option for those who are finding it difficult to fit in a semester abroad. Next question, what kind of major or minor courses can I take abroad? Most departments have limitations on what courses they will allow to be taken abroad and what must be taken on campus. So, for example, maybe you're a strategic communication major and you have to take a senior colloquia. The strategic communication department might require that be taken on campus. So, you would need to talk with your advisor to figure out what they will allow you to take off campus. So, your advisor should be able to tell you what you can and can't do. And the final question, what TCU core do I still need to take? This is a really good question, as many of the TCU study abroad programs offer a lot of courses in terms of TCU core. You can fulfill these graduation requirements while going abroad. But please be aware that TCU does not allow writing emphasis, citizenship and values, cultural awareness, or global awareness to be taken off campus. Once you've talked with your academic advisor, then you can really start looking at programs. If you know when you can go abroad and what you need to take, you'll be able to narrow down which program works best for you. You can find all our available programs on our website, studyabroad.tcu.edu. As you look at the programs, be asking yourself questions like the ones you see here. How long do I want to study abroad? Do I want to go abroad for a short time or for a semester or academic year? If I'm going in the summer, do I need to aim for a Maymester or will any point in the summer work? What locations am I interested in? Do you have your heart set on a specific city or you're more interested in an entire region? Maybe you're even thinking, I want to go anywhere except Europe. And lastly, what kind of credits am I hoping to earn? If you know you need to take 3 courses towards your environmental science major, then your focus should be on the programs that offer environmental science courses. Conversely, if you're just wanting to take TCU core or general electives, that possibly will open you up to many, many more options because it's a little more flexible. Once you've talked with your academic advisor and settled on a program, or at least narrowed your program choices down, you can move on to step 3, which is to connect with TCU Global and get even more information. You can drop by and see us in Sadler 414 or send us an email at studyabroad@tcu.edu if you have questions. I would strongly encourage you to check out our other advising videos, which you can find on our website at studyabroad.tcu.edu. You can also attend an info session. All of our events can be found on the TCU calendar, which is calendar.tcu.edu. We are here to help, and we have a lot of resources available to assist you in your study abroad journey. Now that we've gone over these pretty important topics, kind of foundational topics, I'm going to transition into our website and how to navigate it successfully. It's one of the best resources we have, so let's move on and check it out. So our website address, as you can see right here, is studyabroad.tcu.edu. You can also access it through the main TCU page, tcu.edu, through academics. If you click academics, you'll see study abroad right there. Our website really has so much to offer in terms of resources. So I'm going to kind of walk through what is available through studyabroad.tcu.edu. As you can see up here on the menu, we've got semester programs, short programs, advising, resources, and health and safety. I'm going to walk you through all of these, and we're going to start with semester programs. So we're going to click on semester programs. This page lists all of the available semester and year-long study abroad programs. We have 2 categories of semester-long programs, TCUN and TCU affiliated. The TCUN programs are managed by TCU Global entirely. These programs tend to send cohorts of students together. So for example, there could be 25 TCU students attending the TCU in Rome program. The TCU affiliated programs are managed by our 2 partner organizations, CIEE and IES Abroad. These organizations run study abroad programs across the world and allow TCU to provide more diversity in terms of location and academic focus. The affiliated programs tend to send individuals. So a student attending the IES Abroad program in Sydney might be the only student attending amongst students from other colleges. So now that you've seen all of the programs, let's kind of talk about some examples. I'm going to select TCU in Florence. We're going to open that page up. All of our TCU in programs have their own web page. So as you can see, we've got a program overview that gives you a little summary of this program. And then we have the details. So we have details about courses, credit approvals, housing, your program dates, the costs and aid, and then withdrawal penalties. All really helpful information. And then if you scroll even farther, you're going to find more about the application itself. So how to apply, you've got your eligibility requirements, your application deadlines, and very simply, your application steps. We've really tried to include as much information as possible on these web pages. So if you are interested in any of our TCUN programs, I would strongly encourage you to check them out. For the TCU affiliated, let's use one of our programs in Asia. So I'm going to click this link, which will open up a page that lists all of our programs in Asia. Right now we have 2, one in Tokyo, Japan, and one in Seoul, South Korea. So I'm going to select Seoul. And when you click on that, you open up the TCU program brochure. This brochure is pretty simple. It's got information, especially down at the bottom, about TCU specific stuff, credits, costs, withdrawal, really helpful stuff. But for the program itself, it's pretty sparse. So if you click right here where it says homepage, click to visit, you'll actually find the CIEE homepage for their Seoul, South Korea program. This is going to be very similar to those TCU in pages. It'll have all the same information, but it'll just be based in either CIEE's website or IES Abroad's website. You can find so much information. Right here's a quick summary of your dates, your credit hours, your costs. It will tell you things about your destination, including what housing looks like. So this program has some housing options. It will also include academic and course information. So this is going to tell you what are your requirements to apply, but also what are your requirements during the program. And then it will have, depending on the program, it will have courses listed. So here we've got CIEE courses, as well as host institution courses at Yonsei University. If you keep scrolling, you'll find information about scholarships and grants, as well as the dates and fees section. Just as an example, you can see right here, spring 2024, start date February 22nd, end date June 22nd. I'm going to open up the fees because there's one thing I want to highlight. Right here, you'll see it says educational costs. When you're looking at these programs, you're going to kind of remove that, delete that, because you're not going to pay these educational costs. You're going to pay TCU tuition. So that goes away, and instead you can put TCU tuition in its place. So for all of our semester programs, students are going to take generally between 12 and 16 credit hours. 12 hours is full time, according to TCU. Students are all charged TCU semester rate tuition and a program fee. The program fee will always include your housing. And both of these charges, your tuition and your program fee, are going to be charged to the TCU student account. So that's enough about semester programs. Let's move on. We're going to talk about short programs. So short programs, as you can see, our short term has 4 different categories. We've got summer internships, we've got winter and spring break, and we have global academy. I'm going to start. So first off, if you click on any of these, you'll actually be able to access a landing page that will give you so much more detail about these programs. So I'm going to do this by starting with summer. We're going to open up the summer page. And this is actually showing you the summer 2023 programs. We typically announce the next summer's programs in the first or second week of school in August. So summer 2024 will be announced the first couple weeks of school. For our summer programs, we have 2 different categories. The first are our faculty-led programs, which is right here. These are going to be 2 to 3 TCU professors teaching a TCU course to a group of TCU students. Generally, these are going to last between 2 and 3 weeks, and it will be 1 3-credit hour class. And so as you can see right here, they've got the class listed. This is some pretty basic information, your title, your course, and your location. But if you click on the link, it will open up the program brochure, which has so much more information. Things like your course information, financial information, how to apply, lots and lots of really, really good stuff. So these are the faculty-led programs. And then we also have our program in Rome that we work with John Cabot University. This is a direct enroll program, so it allows a little more time in your study abroad, as well as the ability to take more courses. So there's a ton of options, from a 3-week where you take 1 class all the way up to an 11-week where you're taking 4 classes. The most common option are these 5-week programs where you're there for 5 weeks and you take 2 courses. Again, if you click on the link, it will open up the brochure and it will give you so much more information. So like I said, tons of information. This, again, like I said, these are the summer 2023 programs. So you can look at the summer programs if you're interested as kind of a guide for what might potentially be offered next summer. I really encourage you to do so because summer's really popular and students really enjoy it. Summer internships, this is going to be our program with John Cabot. Again, it's that direct enroll program. You're able to take 4-credit internships. If you click this link, it's going to open up just a quick little page. We do describe the internships, and we also have some examples of students who have done it before, kind of giving a little bit of testimony. So next, I'll touch on winter and spring break programs. So these are programs that are going to run either in winter intersession, so that would be after Christmas, but before the spring semester starts, or during spring break. These were what were offered in 22-23. We, again, just like with summer, the programs for 23-24, they're announced in early fall. And so those would be listed here with lots more information, just like those program brochures I already showed you. So, keep your eyes on here if this is something that you would be interested in. Please be aware, though, with the spring break programs, this is a program where you're actually involved, you're taking an on-campus class, and then you're going abroad for spring break to finish the class out. So that does have an on-campus component. The last piece is Global Academy. And Global Academy is a really fun, innovative program that we run at TCU Global. And this program involves, as you can see, an on-campus component where you're going to be looking at specific global issues, and then an abroad component. So for summer, they went to Sicily and they had 8 weeks on campus and then 2 weeks abroad, where they were able to look at different issues. And so this is just a really cool opportunity. Generally, it's during the summer, but it has been taught during spring break before. So if you have any interest in summer or short term, I strongly encourage you to check these out. We have tons of information about all the programs, and you can kind of get an idea about how these summer programs work. Now that we've discussed these first two, the programs, I'm going to move on, briefly touch on the other resources available to you on the website. As you can see, we do have tabs for advising, resources, and health and safety. If you click on advising, just like with the other page, you're going to be given options. So basics is going to offer you a frequently asked questions on things like, how do I get started? What does my coursework look like? Things like that. Advising, this one is going to provide the advising sessions. So different levels of opportunities, right? So this is the Study Abroad 101, that's your first level. Then we have some TCU in sessions and then small group advising, which is very in-depth. So all helpful sessions, as well as some other resources down here. Your info sessions is going to be the TCU calendar so that you can see what's being scheduled out and what you can attend. And then how to apply is a kind of, again, like the basics, a frequently asked questions with some information on the application cycle and how you would apply for the various programs. For resources, you're going to be provided scholarships and aid before you go, questions regarding identity while studying abroad, so things like gender identity, sexual identity, all that kind of stuff. And then global learning. So this is the kind of thing of engaging with wherever you are to make the most of your time abroad. And then finally, with health and safety, our 4 circles here are going to be your health resources and your safety resources. Then information about our international medical insurance, which is On Call International. And then kind of what to do in case of an emergency. So all of these different pages, every single one offers all different kinds of information that is really, really helpful for anyone interested in studying abroad. I'm going to wrap us up by providing all of our contact information, which you can always find at the bottom of the page. We are located on the 4th floor of Sadler Hall in Suite 414. You can always drop by. You can also call us. Our phone number is right here, or send us an email, super simple email, studyabroad@tcu.edu. You can always follow us on social media as well to see updates about our programs, and we try to post a lot about what our students are up to while they're abroad. So thank you for joining TCU Global in this Study Abroad 101 session. I'm hopeful that we'll be getting to work with you guys at some point during your career here at TCU, and go Frogs.